Hi gorgeous, what's up? Welcome to my channel. Let me show you what I do every single day, every single morning. I'm going to talk you through it. Don't worry, it's not going to take long. Thanks for clicking, and I hope you enjoy the video. Get this thing steaming hot. Don't forget your SPF. So this is how I do it every single morning from start to finish. And of course, like, I change up things like primer, you know, I don't use the exact same things every day, partly because that's my job here, to try a lot of different things, let you know what's popping and what's not. Today I am feeling the Humanist Beauty Blurring and Smoothing Primer. This one, it works, I'm telling you. I love that it has this slight tint to it. They've repackaged this because a lot of people were complaining that it's hard to get the product out. I personally don't mind it. You just kind of squeeze from the top here. I say that, then it's giving me trouble coming out. That's what she looks like. And this is literally what I do. I will put my fingers together. So there's product on each finger and I'm pushing, not like tapping, pushing into my pores. That flawless skin everyday thing, this is what I do. I'm literally pushing this product into my pores, clogging my pores essentially. And I only do that, like, I start at my most porous areas, which is obviously around here, that upper lip. That's like the most porous area on me. But with this product, it all goes away. And then I just finish with what's left on the fingers and just kind of buff it into, you know, the forehead, the outskirts of the face, everywhere. A little bit of product. It goes a long way. And like, I can work all day in this product with this primer, and I look pretty good at the end of the day, if I do say so myself. Now, I have changed things up because I like to start with concealer. We're gonna go in with the NARS. This is a tried and true. If you don't have this, what are you doing? What are you doing? This is creamy. It's radiant. It is skin-like. It is flawless. You can start with a little bit and you can work it all the way up to a full coverage product if you want, or you can keep it like I'm gonna do today and make it just like an everyday look. So with the darkness underneath my eyes, we're gonna cover that first and foremost. Let's do it. And I like to let it sit for a minute just so it can kind of sink into the skin, let it do its thing. Getting rid of the morning uglies. I'm literally using this just to conceal. I'm not doing any brightening, just concealing some discoloration spots. You can blend with a finger. You can use your favorite concealer brush. I today am going to go in with a damp beauty blender. And I'm tapping it in. I'm not pushing. I'm just like tapping it in. And I'm also not like rubbing it and moving it. I see a lot of people do that and I don't understand why. Keep the tapping motion. You can see we are kind of back at square one. We have counteracted the darkness under our eyes. Like, we just kind of have a base to start with now. Like a blank canvas, we are ready to go. Now, what do I do next? A little bit of bronzer. By the way, this one is a really good one to use as well. This is a drugstore option that I am obsessed with. The Maybelline Instant Age Rewind, and this one is in the shade Honey 140. It is my exact shade and I love it. It's a great alternative from a high-end version. Today for my contour, I just want something light. Like I said, this is my everyday whatever, like my everyday go-to. So I'm gonna go in with the Fenty Beauty Matchstick Contour. And this one is in the shade Amber. And literally, we're just gonna do a little bit just to kind of get the sculpt of the face going. Cut that jawline and forehead. We'll do just a little here, and my favorite spot right there. I'm just gonna take the same damp beauty blender and buff everything out. I'm not going to blend it all perfectly. I just kind of want to do it like a rough draft of blending. Kind of get this shape face the way I want it. Creating shadows, if you will. And while doing this, yes, I do move the beauty blender kind of back and forth to get everything where I want it. See how there's just a little left? But you can see how we're shaping the face, we're creating those shadows. And it's very light, like I said, everyday look. Nothing glammy about this at all. And that's how I want it. Booyah. Now, let's go in with a brightening concealer. I have been loving the Minimalist from Merit Beauty. It is a foundation slash concealer. This one is in the shade Dune. And like I said, we're gonna go in to brighten this time. So I'm just going to kind of like tap in where I want it, as to not move the concealer, the NARS concealer that we just placed. All places that I want to brighten is where this goes. So upper lip, little on the nose, little on the forehead. Same beauty blender, tapping motions just to blend everything out. Literally, this routine is so quick, it's so easy, and you do look flawless, feel good, and confident for the day with this routine. It's just very much like it's you, but better. But we're not glam, you know, we're definitely not red carpet looking. Tapping motions for sure. We already look presentable, if you will. And I'm careful not to take the concealer and put it over the contour, the mini contour, if you will, the shaping of the face. I don't want to cover that up. I'm gonna leave that for obvious reasons. Now let's go in with a skin tint. The MAC Studio Radiance Face and Body. It is a sheer foundation. I mean, this is like sheer. There are skin tints that have more coverage. The Fenty Beauty Eavesdrop. This one I really like from the Jacqueline Cosmetics. That's a good one. The Wet n Wild skin tint. That's a good one. I love that one. But I'm going to go in with my Morphe foundation brush. This is the E63. And I'm going to do a little bit of both of the shades that I have, because this one's pretty, it's got like a reddish undertone. I'm literally just like dropping on the face a little, and then to kind of balance out that redness in that shade, we go in with this one. See the difference in color? But together, it's beautiful. It's gorgeous. That's all I'm gonna do there. This one is the shade N4, and then the more red one is C5, which C stands for cool, but this shade doesn't look very cool to me. And I'm gonna start just by tapping all over. Not swiping, just tapping. Don't forget the neck. And kind of staying clear from the under eye area. just to keep that bright. Now that I have the product placed, the foundation placed, I'm going to go in with that same beauty blender and get rid of streaks, get rid of all the dots that we left, and just kind of blend everything together to get that smooth transition. And once you have finished pressing everything in, making sure we look smooth, that because it was just a sheer foundation, you can see there's still like some shape to the face from putting on that mini contour that we did. There's still some brightening and highlighting going on. Now, let me just quickly do my brows real quick. Y'all have seen that. I'll link a video. I'll be back. Okay, so now that brows are done and we're pretty much done with the base, those cream products, I'm going to set it down with this from Givenchy. Yes, it is high-end, but it is so worth every single penny. This is the best setting powder. Oh my gosh, it's so good. Mine is in the shade number 4. This is the Prism Libre setting powder. It's got 4 color correcting shades, and it's just flawless. That's all I can say about that. I'm gonna take this from Beauty Blender. This is what I use like all the time to grab some setting powder, and it's so much different when there's a camera in front of me. Without the camera in front of me, I would do like this. I'm sure to look up, so I'm getting everything, like all that setting powder into those fine lines and really pushing it. Like, I'll spend a good 10 seconds just patting things in and making sure everything is like super smooth. You can see the obvious difference there. Grabbing some more setting powder. Make sure to get your smile lines too. Let's look at the difference between this side and this side. And if you have trouble with your eyeshadow creasing, I have hooded eyes, so absolutely, obviously, I do. I'm going to take the tip of the Beauty Blender and grab a little bit of that same setting powder. Just a little bit. Like, that is too much. So, there we go. That's better. And I'm going to put this on my lids. Just like a light dusting. Just kind of sweep it on there. And it will grab onto your shadow as well as just hold everything in place. No creasing of the eyeshadow here. I cannot stand that. It happens to me, but that trick will save you. Now, let's go in with bronzer. After I have like this base set, my skin looks good. It just does. I've been doing this for a long time. I think I have earned a little bit of, you know, self-tooting of the horn. Okay, beep, beep. Wait, she looks good. I've gone through a lot of products and I'm finally like content. So now this is where I definitely kind of play around with the products. Bronzers, blushes. I have like a select few favorites in the moment that I'm in, but it's constantly changing because I'm constantly going through product after product after product. Right now I've been in between these two. This is a tried and true. If you've been watching me, you know. Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. Obviously, she is well loved. We're almost at the end of that one. And then we've got this one from Givenchy. This is the Healthy Glow Powder. So it's kind of a light bronzer, if you will. I have to dig a little bit. My little brush, have to kind of push it in there to make this like a bronzer that I want. If that makes sense. To get the result I want, I have to really like kind of dig in there. This is what she looks like. You can see it's got a reddish undertone to it, and it does have a nice sheen. Not chunky glitter, just like a shine to it, a glow. So I literally take this brush and with my index finger, I kind of push in, and I still tap off the excess. And I just give it a nice sweep. I don't want anything dramatic, obviously, but I just sweep up. See, I mean, it's barely there. It's there, but barely. Which is honestly what I want for that everyday look. See? I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but I can definitely see it. Very light, because this is just a glowing powder. It's not supposed to be bronzing. It's supposed to give you that healthy glow. I will link it down. There it went. Okay. But it's just a powder for a glow. So I'm using it in a different way. I don't want somebody being, you're not even using it right. I'm using it the way I want. It's a really, really pretty payoff though. For the everyday look. I don't really, I'm content with my nose for an everyday look. That sounds like such a weird statement to say, but it's true. Sometimes I'll take what's left over on my bronzer brush and just kind of tap the sides. Whether that does anything or not, I don't know, but I just do it. Whatevs. Now let's do a little bit of shadow on my everyday look. I do care, but I'm not doing anything extravagant. I will take one of these top 3 shades right here. Today I'm just going to take this one, and this is literally just to give my eyes some shape and dimension, a little bit of depth in there, and just throw it right on the crease. And it also covers up the veins, you know, we all have those, but Everyday Flawless does not include veins, okay? See, it's just a little touch, just a little bit of a taupey smokiness, if you will. And obviously I don't do any top lashes because my Falscaras, I love them. I really, really do. Obsessed. That's literally it for shadow. That's all I do. I'm going to go ahead and hit my lower lash line with, we're going to go in with this from Perla Rose, and it's a Elixir mascara. It is a wet formula, so be careful, especially if you have hooded eyes. I do love this, not foundation, mascara, but it will drop that, like if you look up, it's going all over your lid. It's a wet formula, let it dry. This is great for lengthening and separation, and it is honestly probably one of the blackest mascaras I own. That makes such a difference. I cannot even. So pretty. I actually, do you have Flip? Do you know what Flip is? It's where people go and review makeup products in like a minute worth of a video. So go check it out. Just type Flip on the App Store and look me up. HollyLynora. You'll find me. Hit that follow button and it's like quicker reviews, if you will. Now let's go in. I'm not going to do blush today just because I don't want to. This is definitely me being an everyday, like this is the real thing, because sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. You're just catching me on the day that I don't want to do the blush. But we are going to do a little highlight. This is from Say, and I've been loving this lately. This is not a new product, but I'm obsessed with it. This is from the Say. I don't know where I was going with that. And this is in the shade Star Glow. That's where I was going. It is the Glowy Super Gel. A little bit goes a long way. Like one pump is too much to just hit the tops of your cheekbones. Ask me how I know. I'm going to do that. That was like maybe half a pump. Maybe. And it is a jelly-like a texture. Like these. And I just tap. Please don't swirl. You're going to mess up. If you do put on blush, you're going to mess that up. And you're going to mess up your foundation, your concealer, whatever it is that you are wearing that day. So just tap. See the difference? And then once I have it in the initial place that I want it, I'll kind of go on the outskirts of where I put it just to mesh everything in. So it's not like a little weird shape on my face. It's really pretty. And now for this side, same thing. I'll take the leftover and do the bridge of my nose. Bring it down. Top of my lip. Let me get a little more because I want to hit the chin today. And if you feel like you have too much highlight on, take your beauty blender and just go over it. I don't though. I don't think I do. Highlight is on. I'm going to skip the blush. So for lips, what I'm going to do is, sometimes I'll take the time and do a lip liner and do some cute, nude lip combo. Today, we're just going to do a lip pencil. This is from NARS. I found this at TJ Maxx. Okay? Very proud of that. This is in the shade I don't know. just forget it. It is a satin lip pencil, and I'm just going to do a quick sweep, and I put my lips together like that, so that way it can just kind of naturally overline on its own. I start with that. I know I just said I don't do a lip liner, and I'm not doing like the full lip liner thing, but I'll take a darker nudie brown. This is kind of like a gray undertone. It's called Sepia, and it's the Perfectionist lip pencil from Melt, and I'll go on the outer edges like so, just to prevent any washed out looks. It's a very sloppy lip job, but it works, like not sloppy like it's all over the place, but like it's not perfect, and the colors are mushed together, and it's giving us that nice everyday look, and not like this perfect bold perfect lip. It's kind of just mushed together, if that makes any sense at all. Now let's set it down. Favorite setting spray, Gucci. I'm almost out. Smells like a dream. And I typically have my hair like this, just do a little middle part and give it a little zhuzh. You saw that I used the Dry Bar airbrush dryer, whatever that's called. I don't know the technical terms, but my typical outfit is, you know, yoga pants and a nice top. I don't know. This is me every day, work, errands, whatever it is, just my everyday look. Here we go. This is it. I hope you like it. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.